the Warriors fare without him?
The Warriors are a slightly above average team, I would say, without Steph Curry. You know, they're better than average, but they're not great. They have a lot of talent, but there's no one on the roster who can approximate what Curry can do off the bench. And what can Curry do? What Curry does that makes the Warriors really go, he's the most important player on the team, is not only get dribble penetration and make good decisions with the ball, either finishing well in the paint or kicking it out to shooters, just making good decisions. But he can shoot so well from such a distance. Not all three-point shots are created equal. He shoots from such a distance. It stretches the floor more than just a normal three-point shot. Not only do you have to pick them up at half court at least, but even just in terms of rotating to get your man, Steph Curry changes the geometry of the floor. And because he does that, everyone on the Warriors becomes better, especially maybe especially maybe Draymond Green, who went from like a 33% shooter to a guy 38% plus three-point shooter because he has time to shoot the ball because the floor is so spread. Steph Curry is not better than Kevin Durant, but more important to the Warriors than Kevin Durant. And if you take him off the team, Shaun Livingston's not that kind of player. He's an excellent player, but not the kind of player who does the things Steph does: dribble penetration, shoot from long range, those kind of things. And since there's no one else on the roster who can do it, without Steph, they fall way off. By the way, with Steph and without Durant, they never lose. It's not that Durant's not great. He's the guy who puts them over the top. But Steph is the engine, and without him, above average team.
Steph Curry is definitely important to this basketball team. Having a point guard that can establish the floor and, as Max brought up, stretch the floor, that allows guys to get open shots from the wing. You mentioned Draymond Green, but how about guys like Klay Thompson coming off double screens when you have Steph Curry, who's still a threat at the top of the screen, can shoot from half court? Gives Klay Thompson an opportunity to come off the screen, set his feet up, and be able to shoot the shot. But this puts more pressure on Kevin Durant to stay healthy. With Steph Curry being out, they're still going to be about a 90% winning basketball team, and they're probably the top
90%.
two teams. Absolutely. First of all, they're still loaded, no matter how you look at it, Max. I mean, I know Steph Curry's at 26, points per game, seven assists and 6 rebounds, but let's really dig into it. I mean, when you have Kevin Durant who can give you 30 to 40 every night, if he allowed himself to, now he knows he has more pressure on his shoulders with Steph Curry being out. Klay Thompson, who you watch during the flow of offenses, he's going to get his shot up. Now that Steph Curry being out, he's going to shoot more shots. You'll bring McCall off the bench. You'll bring even Swaggy P get an opportunity to play a little bit more minutes because he can stretch the floor as well. But now the bigs have to play a little bit better. JaVale McGee and also Pachula are going to have to rebound a little bit more. You don't have Steph Curry being able to penetrate into the lane and being able to create for others and also for himself. Now the flow of the offense is going to be more transition. They're going to be pushing the ball up the floor. Kevin Durant probably have the ball in his hands a little bit more than usual, or you'll see Draymond Green bring the ball down as well. This still is a winning basketball team. Even losing Steph Curry gives them an opportunity to see what type of team they have, just like when Kevin Durant went out. When Kevin Durant went out, they had to find themselves last year, and they went on that winning streak. We didn't know if they would be able to sustain that while Kevin Durant was out, but they did. This year, I think still they do the same if Steph Curry is out for about 6 games or so and be able to continue this on.
If Steph Curry were to go out for the year, knock wood, that doesn't happen, obviously, but if Steph were, gone, they'd have to go get someone who can do some of the same things. Obviously, you can't find Steph Curry, but a point guard who could dribble, penetrate, and shoot the three, and make decent decisions. They'd have to do that. Without Steph, look, if you look at their schedule, the real difference in the NBA this year that I've seen a kind of shift from west to east is the depth in the West is lacking. There aren't a bunch of good teams in the West like there used to be. It's very top-heavy. So, yes, they can survive this injury to Steph without losing too many games because they're not playing murderer's row. On average, the opponent you face is weaker than the opponent they used to face. But they're not nearly as good without Steph and are much better. They won 73 games without Kevin Durant. They wouldn't win those 73 games without Steph, no kind of way. And they wouldn't win 60 games without Steph. It's a fundamentally lesser team without that guy. Look, you have Klay Thompson can put the ball on the floor if he wants, but if you're playing the Golden State Warriors, you would like to focus your defense on doing just that, right? Like, hey, force Clay to put the ball on the floor and become a decision maker. It's not that he can't. It's that's not really what he does. Well, who else on the team does that? You're going to have Draymond play point forward? Who are you going to get? Who do you have on the roster currently who can do any of the things that Steph can do? He's the most important piece by far.